Hello, my Blockhead beauties. It's your girl, that Wahlburgers chick, and it's another episode of A Day in the Life of a Blockhead. Except today, I am going to be talking a boss lady. She's Jamie, and she's from Georgia, and you guys already met her, but you're meeting her again. She actually runs nkairplayradio.com, and we also have Urzi, who's also a co-founder. She's from Washington State. And
Now, correction, co-creator.
co-creator, I'm so sorry, co-creator of nkairplayradio.com, and they're both here on the show today to talk about their experiences, and then of course why we created the station in the first place. So let's start with Urzi. Hi, say hi.
Hello. Hi.
So tell us a little bit about when you started listening to New Kids. How old were you? What was the song that did it for you?
Okay, I was 9 years old and fourth or fifth grade, and I heard the debut album and absolutely loved Donnie's rap.
Donnie's rap. Yeah. I know, he's so cute. Okay, Jamie, what about you?
I was probably 11 or 12, maybe 10, somewhere around there. And I just remember either it was either Please Don't Go Girl or The Right Stuff, but it was definitely on MTV because I remember seeing them and thinking, oh my God, they're so cute.
Adorbs, adore. Who's your favorite new kid, by the way?
It
Jamie.
used to be Jordan and now it's Donnie.
Oh
And
my gosh. It used to be Jordan and now it's Danny.
I forgot about us
Jordan
having the
is gonna
same
be
new
like,
kid.
I know, right? Jordan's gonna be like, "Yo, what happened with me?" I get it because mine was Joey first, and then now Donnie. He does it to us. He does it to us, right?
hmm
So, did any of you have the chance to see them live when you were younger?
Yes.
You did. Tell us about that.
So 1991, Summer Magic Tour. They came to Reno, Nevada. That's where I grew up. And 1991, Summer Magic Tour. I just repeated myself. I went with a group of friends and it was an absolute blast.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, Jamie.
Mine was Magic Summer also, and it was either 90 or 91. It seems like it might have been 90. But yeah, that was my first, and it was, again, absolute blast.
So, did you
Back
ladies?
in the day, it was the absolute best. I don't think it would be considered the absolute best now.
No.
No.
Well, see, I wouldn't know. I don't have anything to compare it to because I didn't go when I was younger.
Aw.
I went to every show since they got back together, but I didn't see them, when we was younger. So,
Yeah.
but I want to know. So, like, all of us have some kind of a ritual or something that we'll probably do to psych ourselves up before we even go on the show. Like, did you ladies have any of that?
Um, well, my niece and I are like only 6 years apart. So my sister took us to the concert, and that was our birthday present for that year. And I remember us using the playing cards, like the trading cards,
Mhm.
of the new kids in the car, like the whole way we were like trading cards, like whatever you would do with them back then. I can't even remember, but like we did that for the whole 3 hour drive.
Mhm. Erzy?
My drive was a little bit shorter, about 15 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, she was there like that. So you were seeing blockheads as soon as you got on the
Oh,
highway
yeah.
or something.
Oh, yeah. And we bought roses. That's what I remember. We had to stop at the florist and get roses to throw on the stage.
oh
You
wow.
were that close.
Well, sort of. We had tickets on the 16th row,
Okay.
and all of my friends ran up to the front row, and I followed them, and I was the only honest person in that group because the usher would ask us where our tickets were, and all my friends were like, oh, we lost them, but this is where we're supposed to be. The usher comes up to me, and I said, oh, my ticket's back there.
Oh my gosh.
So I
Honest-
was up there long enough to throw my rose on the stage, but then I had to go back to my seat while all my friends were up in the front row.
Oh
oh
my
my
gosh.
God. So in that case, honesty was not the best policy. Oh Lord.
Right.
Oh my God. But you did get to throw your rose.
Oh, yeah. And there were already so many other roses up there too.
It's okay,
Yeah.
but you
No,
got
no
yours.
bras or underwear, just roses. So that was
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, those are for the rock concert. But yeah. Oh my god, so that's awesome. So then did you have like posters and all that stuff on the walls like we did, buttons, writing on your clothes, all that stuff we did when we were younger?
I did. Like, my mom and dad were very particular about the walls in their house. I couldn't do much, but I did have like over my bed and like around there like a little shrine. But
Hmm.
other than that, like not. I wanted to, but wasn't allowed to.
Ersy?
I did. I
Hmm.
had a wall of New Kids, and then I had a wall of my TV crushes. So yes, my wall was filled with New Kids on the Block and Jordan was like the centerpiece, and then all the New Kids groups around Jordan.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's gorgeous, so yeah. I get it. I get it. Oh god. So then 94 comes along. They release Face the Music and then they break up. How did that make you feel?
Honestly, did not know basic music existed until after I started the station. And I think ours is probably the same way.
Oh my goodness.
I
This
think we found it's like, oh my gosh, what a gem we missed. Like,
Yes, exactly.
so
actually,
then
actually, Jamie, when the reason we found out, well, I don't know, at least for me, the way
hmm
that I heard about Face of Music was in our fanfic group
hmm
when someone in that group wrote a story about If You Go Away.
hmm
Do you
yeah,
remember that, Jamie?
I do actually now. Yeah,
Yes. And that's the first time I heard about that song. And so then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, wait, there's an album that I never heard before.
right. Yep, I do remember that.
So then, okay. So then it's safe to say that in 99 you didn't know about Jordan, Joey, or Danny solos?
I did
No.
actually. I heard both of Jordan and Joey's. I didn't know about Danny's, but
Hmm.
um, I remember I was babysitting at the time, and I was getting my child was about 9 or 10 years old. We were dancing to "Give It to You" to the video. I was like, well, I didn't think of the lyrics being so bad, but
Yeah,
whoops.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's so upbeat. You just have so much fun, right? You're not
hmm
you're not trying to think about what he's saying, but you kind of think about what he's saying.
Right.
Okay, so then, in 2008, the guys decided to get back together. That was so exciting for blockheads all over the world. How
hmm
was that for you? What was your experience with that?
Or you can go ahead with this one.
All right. So I had a very close friend who always thought that the New Kids were going to get back together. So she was the one who told me, there's something going on with the website. And then April, you got to watch TV. And then May 8th, oh my gosh, they're performing. You got to watch the TV. So yeah, that's how I found out about the reunion. I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah, I guess I probably found out like just from commercials on the Today Show or something. I don't really remember much about the like all I really remember is the actual show itself. Like, oh my God.
The reunion.
Yeah, the reunion show, yeah.
So now, I gotta know, we all want to know what started the whole idea for NK Airplay Radio? Like, how did you guys start that?
Go for it, Jamie.
Okay. And so Ursy was my first blockhead friend, like literally from, you know, the reunion or whatever. And we're both writers. And so we were on a fan fiction board together that I also created. And just a glut for punishment. But anyway, so we we and I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Ursy, but we were listening to the snippets, when they would release the little album snippets.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we were on Skype or something one day or something, maybe chat or something, but we were listening to the snippets and like picking our favorites and stuff. And then Dave from Retro Rewind was doing a show. Who's an online radio station too, was doing a show every Saturday night and had a chat room going. And like, I just thought, how cool is that? We don't have any new kids on the radio. Maybe we should try this. And so I talked to Dave, and Airplay was born.
So tell us, how did you come up with the logo and the slogan for the fans by the fans? Like, I love that. We love that because it's so true, right? So
Yeah.
how did
Well,
you
the
come
logo didn't come first. The logo came pretty recently, maybe in the last 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Hmm.
Before then, I don't know if we really had a really good logo.
Well, it was still
Not to say, NK Airplay Radio, we didn't really have a logo. I think we were just saying we played New Kids on the Block and those artists inspired by them or associated by them. It was a really long logo. we
Yeah.
knew we were a Blockhead radio station, but we really didn't know what we were doing, so we were doing our best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, with everything that's born, right? You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta raise it.
I mean, we had a little one, but like it wasn't like copyrighted and everything like it is now, like, the professional logo that it is today. So,
Mhm.
but yeah.
But we all get started like that, right? So I mean,
Mhm.
it's fun to hear how it got started in the first place because all the blockheads are, I know they love us, they love the station. So
Yeah.
I just want to, get the history of how it got started because it's such a wonderful thing. It brings a lot of blockheads together. We get to reminisce together. You bring us back in time to our adolescence and make us forget we got kids and responsibilities.
All right.
All that good stuff, right? When we were thinner and stuff, so I get it. I totally get it. So then I want to know. So I see that you have like the silhouette of the guys. Like,
Yeah.
what made you do that? Like, that is like the coolest thing. What made you do that?
Well, okay, so I knew we could not use the actual images of the guys
Mhm.
because obviously that's a copyright, and if we tried to ever get it printed, they would say, no, we won't do this.
Right.
So I know initially we wanted to use the picture of the guys, but then, once we talked about it and said, oh, wait, well, we can't. And we said, well, why not just do a silhouette? Just take the picture and, do a reverse image, and we would just have the silhouettes. And everyone knows who they are. At least they should. Blockheads should be able to look at them and say, oh, yeah, that's John, that's Joe, that's Jordan. And
Mhm.
Yes.
Is that the summertime? Like
yes, that is the summertime.
from us opposed during the summertime video? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
is so. Oh, that's smart. That's very smart. But I love that. I love the headphones too. That it right there. It represents the
Oh
music.
yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is just amazing. So
Thank you.
wanted to give the fans like a little history about that. How did you ladies even meet though?
On, I guess, the fanfic board, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't the fanfic board initially.
Ning.
Yes, they had, when the New Kids on the Block website first got back to saying, okay, 2008, there was a chat board. And I don't know exactly how Jamie and I got connected on there, but we did. It was obviously meant to be.
Yeah.
But thinking about it, how does a Seattle girl meet this, Georgia girl? I have no idea. I have no idea. But, we clicked almost immediately. And then, Jamie created the fanfic website, and we just continued to be friends through that and wrote a lot of fun stories.
And that is why we love the guys, because of them. We're able to build these relationships, and we would have never met had it not been for them, because there's just no way, right? And now we have social media. Back then we had pen pals, and then it took forever to get a response, and you're anxiously waiting. Now you have a click of a button, and you're like, "Hi, here we are," right?
Yeah.
So MySpace page. Yeah, we had MySpace.
I remember
that we were also communicating on. We contacted Danny a few times because he was the only one who had a MySpace page. And every time he'd respond to us, we'd be like, "Oh, Danny responded," and we had no idea if it was actually Danny or not.
Right.
You got to deal with trolls. I get it. Oh my goodness! But then now, so Miss Boss Lady,
Hmm.
right? We call her Boss Lady. We love Boss Lady, right?
Oh, I love you
So,
too.
yay, thank you. So I want to know, or we all want to know. So when we listen to the station, sometimes we get a little snippet and we get to hear the guys' voices. You want to talk about that
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all on you, Jamie.
So
story?
Jordan had this thing called Jordan Idol back in 2009, 10, something around there. And no, it was 2010. And he was going around doing some kind of needing to wanting to like pick people to do a duet with him of some sort or whatever. So, I can sing, or at least I think I can. So I decided to audition. Well, I got up there and auditioned in Atlanta. And it was so funny because the guy noticed my NK Airplay button on my shirt. He's like at the MC, when I got for my turn, and asked, well, what is this about? And so there were actually new kids, fans there that listened to NK Airplay. So they were all cheering and, oh, yay, Jamie, Jamie, And so it was really fun to like be like in the spotlight for a second with the station. And so after it was over with, I'm like, I'm going to go backstage just to see if I could get some IDs or something. So I took off and went backstage. Well, went to the guards that were at the door, and I said, I'm Jamie from NK Airplay. They talked about us just a minute ago. I wanted to see if I can get some station drops. He said, yeah, go ahead. So I went straight back there.
Hmm.
Caught Jordan coming off the stage. He and Donnie had just performed and caught him off the stage. And that's when I got the Jordan ID that says, this is Jordan hanging out here with Jamie on Idol. You're listening to NK Airplay. So I got that one. But the most special one was the Donnie one. They're my two favorites. So, but Donnie, took off. Well, first of all, I said, can I get your station ID from you? Because we'd met the night before at the I Got It party for his I Got It party, or 40th birthday or something. It was that night before.
Hmm.
And we talked about the station before then, like he knew about it. And so that was a little special moment there too. But so then I said, can I get a station ID? He said, yeah, hold on. And he took off. And I thought, uh-oh, there goes my chance. But then he came back and he said, let's do the station ID. And back then, the phones were not recording as well as they do now. So like I had this old voice recorder. And I just remember him standing like so close to me. And he's so soft spoken. So he held the phone up to the voice recorder up to his mouth, put his hand over mine. I could feel his breath on my hand. And he recorded the station ID, and it's like the marshmallow one that you hear on the station. And I just remember, like, when he said NK Airplay, it was the most surreal moment of my whole life. I mean, wow.
Yeah, because it made it official, right?
Right.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. You gotta tell us, because we gotta slow this down a little bit. We gotta bring the blockheads into it. You're standing there. You're
Hmm.
by the stage. This beautiful man is standing next to you. He's standing next to you. And you're gonna ask him for the station ID. Did everything for you freeze in that time? Was it in slow motion, like Toni? Like like did everything just slow down?
It really did. Because there are a lot of people around us, and it's like, and I just remember like there's a lot of bustle, and then like there was just that moment, and everything, nothing else mattered, but just that little moment with Donnie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You didn't see anybody else. The world
Not
was lit on fire. And you're like, this is so nice.
right.
And then he's touching your hand. And then you feel that breath like I know if it were me, of course I would always be professional, but just know that
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind inside. I'm
Oh
the
yeah.
little 9-year-old in me is like, I'm going crazy, Daddy's right here. Like, because
Yep.
that guy that was on your wall is now
Hmm.
breathing on your hand.
Right.
To get the station ID, he was touching you. I wouldn't have washed my hand. I don't know.
Yep. Well, let me
So,
back up just a little bit though too.
okay.
So we never wanted to get the guys' attention with the station. That was never an intention.
Mm-hmm.
We always just want to do it for the fans, by the fans. That's literally what we are.
Yeah.
But we did, and so that's the bonus. Like it's that's just an extra bonus. But like I just wanted to clear that up just so that people know that was, and it's still not our intention. I mean, if we get him, that's fine, but we're not.
Yeah.
That's not it. We're for the fans.
Yeah, because we wanted a platform. I'm assuming that you wanted a platform where we can basically all geek out together
Hmm.
Hmm.
over the guys because there wasn't one before then.
Right.
And it was hard for us to find social media. It was new. It was kind of new, right?
Yeah.
And so once you found out there was a whole world out there of blockheads, you guys must have been like, oh, yes, other people crazy like me love these guys. Let's do this, right? And then
Yeah.
airplay.com was born.
Yeah.
Raven, I have a picture of our original logo that
Yes.
I can share with you.
I was
Share
gonna say,
it.
I don't know if I could have found it that quick. So
Share.
I created the press package that was sent to the New Kids manager. So I was able to get the original logo. And so this was it.
Oh, look at the red planet.
yeah. And honestly, we probably would have kept that, but because like we do a lot of our stuff with Cricut and vinyl cutting, the way that you have to cut vinyl, when you layer it, we couldn't layer that opaque, the land, the way it's kind of opaque there. We couldn't really layer it. So Toni and I actually designed the logo for this one because that way we could cut it to vinyl and do our little whatever we wanted with it,
Mm-hmm.
easily.
Much easier to manage.
Yes.
Oh my god, and that's cute, but I love the NK Airplay with the headphones on the end. I
I
mean,
miss it.
Mhm.
I do miss it.
Yeah,
I mean, every now and then maybe you bring it back for something. Who knows? Right?
Yeah.
But
We have old magnets with it still on there that we'll give sometimes to fans, but
Yeah, we had buttons. We had buttons that had that
oh
logo
yeah.
on it.
you have buttons and everything, and T-shirts and all that cool stuff.
Oh yeah, we wore them to the concerts.
Yep.
Where's mine? I want mine.
They don't exist anymore.
Oh.
Oh, it's just these now.
Well,
Yep.
now it's considered vintage. So now, hey.
That's true.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so
Jeez,
amazing.
yeah. 22 or 12 years now.
Yep.
Jamie?
12 years. Next week is our 12th year.
Yeah. So those are definitely vintage.
Yeah. So yeah, we're coming up on the anniversary. I know that the station is very successful, and I know that from the history, you were number what on the tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. From the press package that we put
Yeah,
out.
let me go find that again.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I respect the hustle, ladies.
I guess
All right,
we probably
I found it.
Okay,
Here
go
we
ahead.
So within the first month, we maxed out our listener capacity. And by the third month, we were the top 4% of total listenership out of 20,000 online radio stations.
Wow.
And by September of 2009, we were the #1 station in the genre.
Yes.
That still just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had 14 staff members when we sent this out, and I think it was 2010 that I created this. So we had 14 staff members, and I think we had 3 admin. We had Toni, and we had Jamie, and we had me, and all the rest were DJs, which was kind of fun.
That is so amazing. Well, I know that the family has grown now. And now you have about how many? About
16. Sweet 16.
Woo! We've really grown.
Yes. And I want to thank you for letting me be me, girl, because I love this station. I love all of you. You're all awesome.
You are too.
We love you. We're so glad to have you on staff.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So then now, oh my God. So now we're planning for the future, without giving away exactly what it is we're doing. You could kind of give us a little hint at what's to come for NK Airplay Radio.
Well, by the time you see this, we will be in the midst of it. But this is our birthday week. Our birthday is April 19th, and the anniversary of when we got back together, our reunion was 2000 September the 7th, I believe. So we'll celebrate that too. But this week, when you see this, this birthday week, we've got a ton of stuff planned, and it's going to be so fun. We're going to wrap it up with a big birthday party, boom, Zoom party. So that's going to be fun. But that's the big thing.
Mhm.
So just so our listeners know, we did create the radio station in 2009, and we used the website, which a lot of people know about, is the Live 365. That's the system that we use.
Hmm.
And there was a period of time when they weren't working, or they were developing a new software. So we couldn't continue our radio station for a couple of years. But
Right.
then they fixed whatever they were fixing, and we were able to come back on the air. That's why we have 2 anniversaries.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. See, everybody loves a good comeback story, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep,
and then now you're coming back, and now you're stronger than ever,
Hmm.
and
definitely.
it's just going to be amazing.
Yeah, we've got a couple of things planned coming up the pike. I mean, there's like the birthday shows in May for Jordan and Danny. Of course, that we'll always do birthday shows for the guys, and then I think we might do a Mother's Day special. I'm not sure. That's kind of in talk. So, just and we got some special summer things planned. So yeah,
So
I'm
everybody
It's
excited.
gonna
should
be
stay
awesome.
tuned. Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, girl, let me know. Anyway, so so then now I say this on every show, right? We are not affiliated with the guys. We are not affiliated with Wahlburgers or
All
anything like
right.
that. This strictly is for the fans, by the fans, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
However, if the guy should happen to see this, what would you ladies like to tell them?
Hey,
Thank.
Danny, we're playing your music.
Yeah.
That we are.
Say thank you for the inspiration to do this because without that, we would not have what we have, which is an amazing staff, an amazing, I think, station, um, and the opportunities to do something different. Like this is, we're none of us are, well, some of us DJ are professional DJs, Raven, but like the rest of us are not really professionals and DJs, and so it's cool to kind of branch out creatively to do something different. So thanks for this opportunity, for
I would
this.
definitely add to that. Jamie and I knew nothing about radio stations. We knew nothing about DJing and how to play the music or anything like that. And so I would say thank you to the guys for inspiring us to learn something completely new,
Hmm.
for, giving us that inspiration to struggle with the station
Oh my
and
gosh.
and figure it all out. And then also thank you for having so much music for us to play. We
Hmm.
got Joey's solo, we got Jordan's solo, Danny's solo music, Donnie's one song, Donnie's 2 songs,
You gotta.
plus all the group songs. So it's so great to actually learn about this new music and also introduce blockheads to some songs that they might not be aware of.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, when we originally did this, we were just going to be new kids. Just that's it. That was all. But the more we got to doing it, the more we realized that that's legally not possible because of it's a law called DMCA. It's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and it only allows you to play certain number of songs in an hour of New Kids. So we had to restructure and think about the solo stuff, and then add it in the 80s and 90s because that's the nostalgia for us as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Which was
yeah,
amazing because I still live back in the 80s.
I know.
So
And it's
I
really great when the guys go on tour because they're bringing 98 Degrees and Boys to Men. We're like, oh great, we can add these songs too.
Yeah, the boy bands of the era, not just
Yep,
New
yep.
Kids.
Paul Abdul,
yeah,
Tiffany,
and
Debbie
Yeah.
everyone that
Gibson.
ever toured with them, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
That's an awesome idea. I mean, I'm loving this. So yeah, I mean, I want to thank the guys too because without them, I would have never met any of you or any other blockheads that I know now. I would have never been crazy enough to get a tattoo to begin with. They got me on a plane for the first time because I never never flew anywhere. So the second time that I went on the cruise, it was in New Orleans, and I was scared to death, and I was like, I don't know if I could do this, but the guys are worth a try. And lo and behold, I get on a plane, and I had the time of my life, and I met so many wonderful people that I can't even. I'm just like, oh my god,
Hmm.
love. It's all love. It's all love.
Well, we almost got on a cruise at one point, Erzy and I did, and it was right down to probably the last couple of months, and it just didn't work out. But
Hmm.
we tried.
That
Oh
was a bad
no,
year, Jamie. That was a really bad year.
Yeah, it
guys! If
was.
you see this, we gotta get Boss Lady and Erzy on that cruise, man. They work hard. We work hard to try to get your music out. We do all of that because we love you. We will always do it and expect nothing in return. But hook a girl up sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
So then, Miss Jamie, Miss Boss Lady, what's your DJ name? Like, tell everybody when your show airs and what you do,
Well, it's
other than
DJ.
owning it.
Right. Well, it's DJ Lady J, and right now I'm not on the air just because we're trying to kind of, we've just trying to. We've got a bunch of new staff members that we've hired within the last month, and so I'm just trying to get everybody settled in, and so hopefully in the next month or two I can be back on the air. But usually I do an afternoon show, so that
Yes,
will be coming soon.
and
And
you were.
there is so much more going on with the radio station now than it was in the beginning. I mean, before it was just like, okay, let's play music and see what happens. And
Mm-hmm.
now we're like, oh, okay, well, let's celebrate New Kids on the Block Day. Okay, well, let's celebrate our anniversary. I mean, that was nothing we would ever think about. There's
Mm-mm.
so
Right.
much going on behind the scenes that we're doing and we're planning and we're training.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a real production. It's
it
real work.
is, it
It's a full time
is.
job, really, for the ones behind the scenes.
Hmm.
Definitely.
And it's all for the love of these five guys from Boston. I tell you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, for the rest of my blockheads, just stay tuned to NK Airplay Radio. You're going to hear a lot of different shows. A lot of different DJs are coming up. They're all awesome. It's all for you. Okay? Make sure that you definitely stay tuned on YouTube so you can watch some of the shows that are going to be airing there as well. Okay? Until then, my blockhead beauties, stay safe. Stay humble, and as always, stay fabulous. Stay fabulous. Mwah. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.